I think it's so much fun to share ideas. Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to decorate a page um, doodling, and I've never used these type of Sharpie markers on the Happy Planner page, so I don't know if it'll bleed through. So this is almost like an experiment as well. This page is out of the Happy Planner. It's actually a copy, not a copy, but a page from July. And since I got the planner in August and did not start decorating and planning in it until August 22nd, I don't want these pages to go to waste. So what I did decide to do is I realized that I can experiment and try out different things on the pages that, you know, are outdated, and maybe by the time I decorate it or something, I can always like cover this section and you know, use it for another purpose inside of the planner. So with that being said, I just want to show this quick idea I have, and maybe it can help someone and help me as well. So just some doodling, because you know I don't always want to use washi tape or even strips, so I'm just coming up with different ways to decorate. There are so many different ways to do it, and so I'm going to just model it here. So what I'm doing, this is a Sharpie pen. So I want to write in an angle where my hand is not going to be in the way. So I'll just move my hand afterward. So just doing little hearts. So I'm going to do that a couple of times. Not a couple, a few times. I think you can see it. Maybe I'll put the camera down some. Yeah. So just doing hearts going across. And I realize everyone doesn't have washi tape, everyone doesn't have scrapbook paper, and you may not always want to cut things out. They just want to write colors. So I'm going to choose some colors here. This is a whole marquee bin, Sharpie bin. So I have several colors here. So let's see what colors. All these colors here. I have some duplicate colors, and we have some other colors. I do need to get some different color Sharpies, because I think I'll use, what happened here? I think the top came off, but I think I like this color here, this pink, and another color, green. I'll use this too. Okay, so let me put these back. I sort of like this blue too. I want to do something a little different. So put these back. Might even use this orange. Okay, so here we go. So these, I cannot use a fine tip markers because, as I showed in a previous video, they bleed through. So let me see what happens here. Again, this is a practice page, so I'm glad, because I don't want any problems with it bleeding. That's not my page is further down. Okay, I see a little bit of ghosting already. That lets me know that there's probably going to be some bleed through, because that was just a very small. Let me do the whole thing straight through. Green. That's green. Hold on 1 second. I can always go over it again with the black marker. I didn't use orange. We'll use orange. Okay. And we'll use glue again. We'll just go straight across. I'll go over it again once I'm done. Go over with the black, and then we'll turn it over and see what happens. Well, I do know one thing, the distress markers don't bleed through, so that's good to know. So if this bleeds through, I know I can use distress markers for this. But I only have one set of distress markers. I will have to get a few more, because I don't always want to use washi tape and strips and stickers. Sometimes I just want to draw my own designs. Uh-oh, I have a little boo-boo here. But I can always go over it with the black marker. That's okay. Bringing orange again now. Just doing a pattern. Yeah. It takes a little bit more time than sticking down some washi tape. But sometimes it's not about timing, it's about wanting to implement your own design. And that's okay. Versatility. And so far, this is what we have. And what color comes after that? It's the green. Right, I'm so interested to find out what's going to happen when we turn it over, but I don't want to turn it over until I'm completely done. So I'm going to use this black mark again to go over the hearts, to trace over them. Sorry that my hand is in the way. I'll try it this way, so my hand won't be so much in the way. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah. Okay. Just tracing over it. So whatever's out the lines can now be in the lines, because I darkened the tracing over and darkened the black lines that I initially drew to make the hearts and the curves on the top. Yeah. So I think this does take a little bit more time, but it's relaxing. I like doodling. And then over here a little bit. So actually, okay, so there we go. So let's turn it over and see. There's some ghosting, and that bothers me. Not because of perfection, but if it's a new page, I don't want it to be ruined by a lot of bleed through. In the other video, I mentioned that, it wasn't a big deal because it was just over to the side, and it's not. And it's not about being perfect. It's about having fun, and that is true. However, if it's too much bleed through, it begins to like really mess up the pages. So a little bit of bleed through, okay, not a problem, because like this is not about perfection. But with something like this, it's a practice page, and I guess if a person's going to put something here, it doesn't matter if you're going to cover up the other side. But what if it's a side that you already wrote on and you're trying to do it symmetrical? So suppose something was here and then I did this, that means whatever I did on this page would have some bleed through on it. And it's not a lot of bleed through. Some people might call this ghosting. I think that's more like ghosting, not bleed through. I need to look up really the major difference between, not the major difference, but the difference between the actual bleed through and the ghosting. I think I know it, but I think I'm calling ghosting bleed. I think I'm calling ghosting bleed through. I'm not sure. So, but anyway, so let me just do another. I'm gonna use a distress and we're gonna see the difference. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna do a little bit of doodling. We have this, just a simple flower. Right? A flower. Okay. That's our flower. And now I'm going to use a distress marker. So let's do pink and purple. This is actually, it's not pink. This is what? Seedless preserves. That's this color. And this is called picked raspberry. Picked raspberry. And let me make some, oh yeah, some petals. So that's my little flower. And here's this. This is the small tip, and this is more like a brush tip. This is fine tip, and this is brush tip. So I think I'll use fine tip just so I can stay within the lines. So I'll do this right here. Can you see it? I'll use this like this, fine tip, to go around the edges. I think I'll do the brush tip in, but let me just go over the edges with the fine tip, and then I'll have some space to work with within the flower. And do that. So I think this is a nice little decorating technique in the event that you don't want to use any stickers and just want to use your own drawing. You could draw. I'm not too much of a concrete artist. I do a lot of mixed media art. To me, it's more exciting anyway because I get to blend so many colors. A horse is a horse is a horse is a horse. You know, so you draw a horse, you draw a horse. But to me, with mixed media art, like, I don't know, I think it's a little bit more freedom. But that's just my personal opinion. Everyone's different. So now that I used the fine tip, I'm going to now use the brush tip to go inside. Yeah. And before I used, I did use a lot of the distress marker on the other page, the other video. I actually have an iCard link for the playlist for my Happy Planner decorating videos, so you'll be able to find it. This one is when I color with markers and decorate with markers and stickers. So I'm not going to turn it over into afterwards. It's a surprise. So go inside with the fine tip for the purple. That's what I'm doing here. I guess I could have used a brush tip for that, but it's okay. Right? So far that's what we have. And then I'm going to go here and color this in. Right. I really like the distress markers. I really do. And I like that you can add water to it and use it as a watercolor. There are a lot of videos out with different techniques with the distress markers. I usually look at Tim Holt's videos to see how he uses his products and explain it. I watch other videos too. They talk about the different techniques because I feel like I can learn from so many other people. And I also like watching his videos because he's so familiar with his own products. So It really helps. So coming down to the wire here, coloring in this doodle. I don't expect any bleed through, but you know, sometimes when you're layering on a color, you may get a different result from when you're using a little bit of color. So here we go. I see a little some spots here with this distress. So I want the white to really be showing. So that's I'm trying to get that out. And sometimes when you look closer, that's when you see. Specks. Okay, trying to get it colored in as much as possible. And now I'm going to use the green, this green right here. This is the mowed lawn. So I'm going to go around. My tip came out. What happened? Maybe I was a bit too rough. Yeah, I was a bit too rough. Sometimes I'm too rough with it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going around with the mowed lawn, going around the edges. Going around. Around with them. I think I had said in another video that I didn't want to try mixed media with my well, you know, you could use different like mediums on the pages, and I didn't want to do like, I guess I want to say a traditional mixed media page with a lot of layers on a different type of liquid mediums, wet mediums rather. I think a part of me was concerned about really messing up the page, but I think what I'll do is I'll try it on one of the pages that are outdated from July and then see how that goes. Maybe I'll give it a try. Okay, so that's that. So far that's our little doodle flower. So what I'll do is now I'm going to, I probably need to go over this with something right here. But you know what, then again, no, I'll leave it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the outline, because I know if I do, when I do this, I'm going to want to make sure my lines are heavy, and so I need to really get a good idea on what it's going to look like when I flip over the page from applying more of the marker, darker lines. So I want to get an authentic assessment here. So here I go, I'm just outlining. Sorry, my hand's in the way. I know at some point when I'll have to find out how to record from another angle. Alright, so here we go. Another angle, here we go. Almost done, I'm almost there. Okay. I'm thinking too, like if you have, boys might like it too, like decorating and stuff like that, you know. But if you have a little girls group and maybe mentoring and trying to teach them about planning, and you know, this might even be a technique you can use with little children. You know, I know this is something that I like to do as a little girl, and I'll never outgrow it. So, you know, art is for everyone. That we all have like art in some way, whether it's home decorating or buying a certain kind of linen. Okay, and the paper is not marring, so that's a good thing. And that's all right. Wait a minute. I'm being kind of meticulous here. It's okay. All right, and I see one more thing that I want to address, which is right here. Okay, so wait, one more thing. It's fun. I like coloring sometimes. Okay, I think we're done. All right, the big reveal. Let's see on the other side. This is that flower. Boom. There was only a little bit, and I wonder what that was, why that came through. Let me see, because it doesn't normally come through. It was extra wet, but overall the distress markers do not bleed through overall, and I think that has something to do with me really wetting the paper, because if you look really close, you do not see, and that's a lot of the marker being used, whereas up here I use very little of the marker but the Sharpie, and you see a lot of it bleeding through. And right here I could tell that it was extra wet because I kind of laid it on there, laid it on, and it probably was just so much that it just even like wet the paper to the degree where it came through. But overall we see that that's not going, this distress markers, it's good, it's pretty good. Look at the leaves, and the leaves are fully colored in. So I hope this technique inspires and helps someone. If you don't want to use washi tape or scrapbook paper or any other kind of paper or stickers, you can do your own decorating on your Happy Planner pages. Okay? God bless you, and remember, Jesus loves you. Thanks for watching.